A Back to the Future ES-345 for less than $300? Hey everybody, Jayce Allan here. Welcome back to the channel. So about a month ago, I did a review on the Epiphone Back to the Future ES-345 guitar that was released as part of the 40th anniversary of the film Back to the Future. And Gibson also released an ES-345 Back to the Future model, which very closely replicates the guitar that Michael J. Fox used in the movie. So I decided to get one of the Epiphone models since they were just shy of $1,000, $999, which is a bargain compared to the Gibson version, which sold for a whopping $19,999. And of course, all of these guitars sold out right away. And then of course, almost as fast as they sold out, they were available on the secondhand market for twice, 3 times, sometimes 5 times more than they originally sold for. So I ended up with one of the Epiphone models, like I said, and I reviewed it, and it was an okay guitar. I don't think it was necessarily worth the $1,000 price tag. I'd maybe put it at a $500 guitar. So it was definitely priced according to the nostalgia factor, the fact that it was Back to the Future and it was a replica of the guitar that Marty McFly used in the movie. So needless to say, I did end up selling it. Yes, I was one of those assholes that sold their guitar on Reverb for twice what they bought it for. So I didn't exactly make twice what I bought it for, but I did make out pretty good on that guitar. So, but anyway, you got to pay the bills somehow. So that guitar went down the road, and then I noticed that Guitars Garden, who sells the Firefly brand, had a what they call an FF-338, which is a semi-hollow body style guitar in red, very similar to the Back to the Future model, but without the tremolo and without the gold hardware. So what I did was I bought that guitar with the intention of replacing all the hardware and kind of outfitting this to look like the Back to the Future model, you know, with the gold hardware. And I was even thinking about maybe trying to figure out how to put the Veritone tone controls in this to really outfit it like the Back to the Future guitar. See how I could modify this guitar to make it like the Back to the Future model. And then you would end up with a Back to the Future ES-345 for a lot less than what the Epiphone model goes for. So this has been sitting here for a while and I haven't got around to it yet. And then, lo and behold, Guitars Garden released a red FF-338 with the gold hardware and the tremolo system on it, and it has the Veritone tone controls. So I ended up getting one of those. They're a matte finish instead of a gloss finish. Let me point out right away that they are already sold out. They went pretty fast. That's kind of the issue that some people have with Guitars Garden and the Firefly brand, is that they kind of come and go pretty fast. They sell them in batches, and sometimes when those batches are gone, that's the end of it. You don't see that particular model again. So this could very well have been sort of one of those one-off models, but you never know. There might be more of them. So I think it's worth it just to kind of review this particular model to see what it's like, and to kind of give you an idea of how I think it compares to the actual Epiphone Back to the Future guitar. So let's check it out. Okay, so here it is. As always, they are packaged really well. They come in this foam box, like a case, molded right to the guitar itself. I did open this earlier. I haven't played it. Just opened it up to see if, make sure everything was okay on it. And of course it was. So there it is. Comes in the bag, the little plastic bag that they put them in. So there you have it. Let's open this up. So this has gold hardware, but it doesn't have the sort of the traditional tuning keys that the Epiphone. It smells like paint. It smells good. Let's see. Yeah. So it doesn't have the sort of the vintage style tuners on it. That's kind of a bummer, but we could always replace those. Let's see if I can get this out of here. I hate to just rip these bags because I sell this stuff so often after I review it. There it is. Look at that. So check this out. Let me make sure we're in focus here. So that's it. That's the Firefly, well, FF-338 they're calling them. And let me see. It's I got to get this spring. There's a spring for the, so this is like a Bigsby Tremolo. It's not branded. It's just sort of a generic. And it comes with a little spring that's in the bag with the other hardware. So you get a bag with a strap and this little spring. This little spring here. And then you got an Allen wrench in there too. So first thing we should do is put that spring in so that when we test this thing out, everything will work. Hopefully as it should. Let's see. So I'm assuming that just drops. There we go. Okay, so now we have the tremolo system with the spring in it. Okay, that seems to be functioning properly. Okay, so let's compare this to the Epiphone as far as specs. Problem is, once these things sell on the Guitars Garden website, then they pull the listing down. Sometimes they leave them up and they say sold out, but this particular one, they took the listing down, so there goes all the information. So when I look at my order form from it, there's no data. So I don't know exactly what this is made out of. So I'm assuming it's some sort of maple veneer. The neck is probably maple as well. There's definitely a scarf joint in the neck there. You can see the seam right there. Maybe a mahogany neck. I don't know. It's probably a maple neck, maple cap, maple back, most likely laminated. Looks like there's I'm not sure if that's a maple block. That might even be mahogany, the block. It's got that tone to it. Let's see, what else? Okay, so then the gold hardware. This is not a Bigsby, but it's designed to look like that. It's got the top hat knobs, very similar to the Back to the Future model, and the Veritone 5 positions on this. 3-way switch here, dual humbuckers. These are Alnico stainless steel frets with the ball ends. Binding, let's see, we've got like a 5-ply binding on the top, just single ply binding in the back. Neck is bound, nut is bone, and it's got the Firefly inlay and a little volute on the back of the headstock there for support. Let's see, what else have we got? Strap button on the back. Matte finish, red, translucent matte finish. Square inlays. I believe that's a actual rosewood fretboard. Really nice looking fretboard. Black fret dots on the sides. Truss rod, of course. And then the pickguard on this is a little different. This is a sort of a tortoise color. The pickguard on the Back to the Future model is just the black and white. That's the same as the the other FF-338 that I got before. Let's see. So yeah, so then let's talk about measurements. Now the thing, let's see, this is a little different looking. The tone and volume knobs on the Epiphone have gold, you know, little paper, I guess, cardboard that fits in there that says tone and volume. Those are gold on the Epiphone, and these are a silver color. And then the little sticker here on the Epiphone is like a gold, almost a piece of foil or metal, and this is just a sticker and it's white. And let's see, what else have we got? Okay, and then one of the things that I was sort of disappointed with by the Epiphone was that the F-holes were painted black on the inside. And they didn't do a real great job. And I think, let's see, I thought these were bound, but they're not. They're actually painted. So they're painted a white color. The paint job is a lot better than the Epiphone. And they did a better job of, you know, because it looks like they may have sealed, you know, because the plywood is, you know, porous. It's like when you paint that plywood, the paint will kind of soak in, and that's what it looked like on the Epiphone model, is that they just painted that and it kind of soaked in. It was kind of jagged, like rough. And this one feels like they actually sanded it down really good and maybe even sealed it, primed it or something before they put that paint on. So that looks a lot better. Let's see, what else have we got here? The Epiphone is rosewood, 22 frets. This looks to be 22 frets also. Fingerboard rosewood. Glued inset neck, same here. Now the neck mahogany on that one is mahogany. Now the neck material on the the Epiphone is a mahogany. So I really wish I could tell what this was, whether it was mahogany or maple. Yeah, not sure. Scale length on the Epiphone was 24 3/4. Let's see what we got on this one. This one is 24 3/4. And the nut width is just shy of 1 3/4 inches. So it looks like they're using the Gibson and Epiphone spec for this one. And then the Epiphone had a 12-inch fretboard radius. And this one is probably the same. There's 12-inch. Oh yeah, it's 12-inch. So that's 12-inch fretboard radius. Let's take a look at these inlays. Inlays look really good. Really well done. It's too bad they didn't do the split parallelogram style like they did on the Back to the Future model. Paint job on this is awesome. I actually like the matte finish on it. Non-locking tuners. Okay, so let's get this thing plugged in and see how it sounds. Okay, so I've got it plugged into my Fender Deluxe back here. I don't know if you can see it on the camera. There it is. I got that when I got that vintage SG a couple weeks ago at Elderly Instruments in Lansing. So we're going to run it through an actual amp. Sounds pretty good. So one thing I did have to do was put a noise suppression pedal between this and the amp. I don't know if there's a grounding issue with this guitar somewhere, but it is really buzzing quite a bit. And a lot of the guitars that I review don't do that. I'm not sure what's going on with this particular guitar, but yeah, it might have some grounding issues. Okay, so, and then the trem arm here, this thing, when you bring it up to use it, this thing is tight. I mean, it does not move easily at all. So that's kind of a, I don't know if you can get in there. There's a bolt in there, so I can probably get in there and adjust that. Okay, so sounds pretty good. Not bad. Okay, so that's, I think that's the bridge. I'm out of tune now. And here's the middle. And this is on the 5th position on the Veritone. And then this is the, I believe that's the neck. Yep, neck. Nice. Wow. Okay, so then let's go through this Veritone. Let me just make sure the tone, volume works. Yep, those work. Tone. Okay, so let's play around this Veritone. So we'll stay on the bridge pickup. Okay, so let's go from 5 to 4. 4 to 3. Uh, 3 to 2. So this one, okay. So this one seems to make the tones a lot darker, where the one on that Epiphone seemed to go from dark to mid to bright, like super bright, almost like lo-fi brightness. So this is different. This is really... So I don't know. I don't know if that's just if that's an actual Veritone or if it's just almost like a tone knob. I mean, I guess that's kind of what the Veritone is. You can see that the 3-way switch is a really nice mechanical switch. Okay, here's the tremolo. Anyway, I don't mess with that very much. Okay, so let's see about adding some drive. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, that sounds good. Middle. Wow. That's pretty cool. And then the bridge, or the neck, excuse me. That's nice. Cool. Yeah. So the pickups on this thing, they sound really good. Gotta give them that. So there you go. That's it. That's the Firefly FF-338. This is kind of a mock-up of the Back to the Future style guitar. It does not have the posts here for, you know, the Tune-o-matic. So if you decided to take the Bigsby off, you'd have to put some, you know, you'd have to drill in and set those in there. What I thought I might do is take the hardware off this and put it on that one, since that's got a gloss finish on it. But I don't know now. Now I'm thinking I might just leave this one alone. So somebody else wants to review it, so one of the other creators, so we'll see how that goes. So maybe I'll end up trading it out. But anyway, this is a really great guitar. So if they come back in stock, I would think about getting one. These are really good. If you like the semi-hollow body type guitars, I don't hate that tremolo on it either. I'm not that good at it, but it's usable. I mean, it seems to stay. I mean, it's a little out of tune, but I think once those strings got stretched out, it would probably stay in tune pretty well. Yeah, and the intonation on this thing was perfect. The setup on it is perfect. I'm not sure what the, let's see what the string at the 12th fret is. String height at the 12th fret is 2 1/4, 2.25 millimeters, and on the high E, yeah, I'd say 1.75. So this thing's set up perfect. Yeah, cool. Anyway, there you go. Jayce Allan guitar. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And we'll see you next time.